I'm back, folks, and sorry about that. I had to do something. The day in life of Mark Spencer. Okay. Alright, folks, now we move on to more rumors coming out of the Rays camp. It looks like they are in talks. This is the official. Coming from Ken Rosenthal of Fox Sports. We watched Ken Rosenthal a lot of times on Fox Sports. In Canada, we watch him on sportsnet.ca or Sportsnet. So it's kind of cool. This guy's the coolest insider in the game. You see him a lot of the big game ball games on Saturdays. So, well, at 1 p.m. Eastern, 107 Eastern, Ken Rosenthal is now hears that the Rays may have involved a third team in a deal to provide the Indians with more pitching. At 8:25, no deal is imminent. But the Rays and the Indians discussed a deal that would send Cliff Lee to the Rays for prospects, according to John Paul Mercuri of Fox Sports. Wade Davis is believed to be among the top prospects that interest the Indians. Okay. And General Manager Mark Shapiro. But the Rays have been reluctant to deal the 23-year-old right-hander. Davis isn't considered an elite prospect along the lines of Clay Buchholz or Tommy Hanson. But the Rays want to keep him and would be more open to dealing Reed Brunich, whatever, some no-name, Reed Brunich. I don't know. I never heard of this guy, but this is probably the first time I'm going to hear this guy. So, the Indians are said they want pitching. They want pitching in exchange for Lee. So, it's likely the Rays are looking to get some young pitching if they're going to deal Cliff Lee. And I feel the Rays have some good young pitching they could probably get rid of. I mean, look at AJ or Andy Soldenstein. I think he's another good young pitcher for the Cleveland Indians. No, for the Tampa Bay Rays that they can probably get rid of to bring in a Cliff Lee. I mean, team him up with a good young prospect and then, trade one of the guys off their roster to acquire Cliff Lee because he's a Cy Young winner. I mean, this would be 2 years in a row the Cleveland Indians would trade off their Cy Young winners. That's just crazy. But I think this deal is going to happen, and I have a good feeling it probably will happen tonight or it'll happen Friday in the day. So we'll see what happens. It's Thursday, so I mean, there's a week till the trade deadline. Next week Friday is the trade deadline in Major League Baseball, non-waiver trade deadline. So I'm going to do a review on that. So we'll see what happens. Okay, now we move to the St. Louis Cardinals and the Oakland A's. And, here it is. It looks like, according to ESPN's at 12:55 p.m. Eastern, that Buster Olney of ESPN says the Cards are indeed discussing a possible Wallace for Holiday trade, and one of Olney's sources say the odds of a deal getting done are about 50-50. The Cardinals' ownership may be prepared to take on salary, or the A's may pay a portion of Holiday's contract to obtain a better in return. Well, according at 10 p.m. a.m., Susan Slaughter of the San Francisco Chronicle hears that the Cardinals might be redying themselves to part with prospect Brent Wallace for Matt Holliday. The Cardinals need to get the protection for Albert Pujols, and we all know that. Pujols can only do so much. He needs some bats behind him. They do have Josh Willingham, but we're just going to have to see what's going to happen. And now we move on to Roy Halladay. I mean, the rumors have been going crazy. According to ESPN's Buster Olney, lists 8 reasons why a Holiday trade could work for the Jays and Phillies. Holiday is a valuable, arguably at the highest now, and with him, the Phillies could build a legacy of winning. So, the Phillies could repeat as World Series champions, folks. I mean, all you Philly fans out there in Philadelphia, you love your Phillies. And it looks to me that the Phillies have a good chance to acquire Roy Halladay. But if I'm a New York Mets fan, let me tell you, the New York Mets need to make a trade for Halladay. Let me tell you, if Omar Minaya wants to save his job, you go get Halladay. You know why? Because you need to win now and continue to win. You have ownership that are kind of getting impatient. You have the third highest payroll in baseball, $138 million. And for the likes of me, I just can't believe the Mets are not interested in acquiring Roy Halladay. Not willing to give up some of them prospects that I don't think can do anything anyways. Bobby Purnell, Fernando Martinez. Come on. I mean, you can afford to make this trade. You're a team that, all the New Yorker fans, people in New York that love the Mets, they want to see you guys make a trade here. Minaya has to make this trade. Go acquire Roy Halladay. This is the trade you have to make. And as far as I'm concerned, it's trade or bust. I don't know if they can get anything for any of their players. I think David Wright is available, but Orma and I would say it's not possible. But hey, anybody can be traded. Hey, if Wayne Gretzky could get traded in hockey, and if Mark McGwire could get traded in baseball, hey, anybody can get traded. Okay. There's some other rumors that J.P. Bertardi told ESPN Radio he doesn't expect to trade Roy Halladay. He believes his negotiation partner should be prepared to part with at least as much as the Mariners gave up to acquire Eric Bedard. So you're basically going to have to give up like 4 or 5 prospects to acquire Roy Halladay. And there's other names on the Jays that might be on the move. Marco Scudero, Jason Frazier, and Scott Downs and Brian Talent. They could be had at the right price. So, that's all the rumors I got today, folks. It's not much new stuff, but I gave you everything, all the information I can give you. I mean, baseball is a funny game. Lots of stories, lots of characters. This is the part of the season that I love. I'm about 8 days away from the trade deadline. That's next Friday. And I can't wait, folks. I think all the fans out there that still love the game of baseball like I do, love to see good trades, love to see good moves. And just remember, folks, it's just a game. Life is a serious thing. People are hurting in some parts of the world right now, most of the world, but the recession hurt us all. But I think we're starting to turn around. The economies around the world are starting to unfreeze. But I think with Major League Baseball, you're starting to see with these teams, they are spending. Most people in baseball felt most Major League Baseball teams wouldn't spend much this trade deadline. But some of the owners on these teams want to win. More than ever before, most of these owners have an opportunity to win a World Series. It means so much to the city. It means so much to the team, the organization, the players. And I think if you look at the Phillies, if they do acquire Roy Halladay, there'll be a reason why they'll acquire him, because this team, they have a sense that they can do it this year. They still have Jamie Moyer. They still have Ryan Howard, Chase Utley. The list goes on. Shane Victorino. They bring in Raul Ibanez, is hitting unbelievable this year. Jason Worth's hitting the cover off the baseball. I like this Phillies team. If they can get Halladay, they can book themselves a ticket to another World Series, folks. That's what I say. But watch out for the Houston Astros. They're starting to catch fire. They're looking great right now. Everybody says the Cubs are still in it, but I like Houston. If the Cardinals don't get Halladay, I don't think they'll have enough arms to manage the rest of the season. I feel the Houston Astros have enough character. They play in that wicked ballpark, Minute Maid out in Houston, and that's going to kind of help them probably make the playoffs. Dodgers have such a great lead, but you got to watch out for the Giants. We'll see. The Giants will probably win the wild card. That's what I predict. And you look in the AL East, the Yankees and the Red Sox. It's going to be tight down the stretch. I like Texas. But I know Texas might fall out of it. but we'll see what happens. I think Texas will be the wild card. The Angels will win the AL West, and the Yankees will make the playoffs, and the Red Sox won't make the playoffs this year. And I feel the Chicago White Sox will win their division again. So we'll see what happens as the stretch go. We're only in July, and it should get interesting. We'll see what happens, folks. We'll see you next time.